Kola was known throughout the village for his exceptional talent with the drum. From the moment he could walk, he had been drawn to the rhythm of the world, the beating of his heart, the sound of the wind rustling through the trees, the rhythm of footsteps on the earth. Everything seemed to have its own beat, and Kola was always listening, always playing. His father, an old, wise man, was a skilled drum maker. He crafted beautiful drums from the wood of ancient trees, stretching skins over them with care and precision. But Kola wasn't interested in making the drums. He wanted to play them. Day after day, he would practice with the drums his father made, becoming more and more skilled. His hands moved as if they were born to drum, tapping and thumping with an energy that seemed to come from the very earth beneath his feet. Kola's music soon became famous in the village. Whenever he drummed, people couldn't help but stop and listen. His rhythms had a way of making people feel alive, bringing joy to the hearts of the villagers. At celebrations, weddings, and festivals, Kola's drumming was the heart of the event. The sound of his drum echoed through the village, and even the trees seemed to sway with the beat. But one evening, as the sun began to set and the village was settling down for the night, something strange happened. Kola sat by the edge of the village, playing his drum beneath the old baobab tree. His fingers danced on the drumhead, creating a rhythm unlike any he had played before. The sound of the drum echoed through the village, but this time it was different. It wasn't just music. It felt like the very earth was responding to it. As Kola drummed, the wind began to pick up, and the trees started to sway more forcefully. The ground beneath his feet rumbled softly, like a distant thunderstorm. Suddenly, a figure appeared in the distance, walking towards him through the dusk. It was an old man, tall and thin, with long, flowing robes. His eyes shone like stars, and his face was lined with years of wisdom. The old man approached Kola and spoke in a voice that sounded like the wind itself. "Young drummer, your music is powerful. Do you know what you are doing?" Kola stopped drumming and looked up at the man, confused. "I just play my drum," he said. "It brings joy to the village." The old man smiled. "Yes, your music brings joy, but it does more than that. Your drumbeat has the power to call the spirits of the earth. You play with such passion that the very rhythms of the land respond to you. But be careful, for music is not just for happiness. It can also awaken things long forgotten." Kola felt a chill run down his spine. "What do you mean?" The old man's eyes grew serious. "There are ancient forces in this land, forces that are tied to the rhythms of the earth. When you drum, you wake up the energy around you. If you are not careful, you could call upon things that should remain at rest." Kola's heart raced. "I never meant to disturb anything. I only want to share my music with the world." The old man nodded slowly. "And that is why I have come. You must learn the true power of your gift. You must respect the rhythms you play and understand that every beat has a consequence. I will teach you the ways of the ancient drummers, those who played for the balance of the world." Kola, though frightened, was eager to learn. He had always loved his drums, but now he realized that they held more power than he had ever imagined. For many days and nights, the old man taught Kola the ancient art of drumming. He taught him how to listen to the earth's rhythms, how to feel the pulse of the wind, and how to call upon the spirits in harmony rather than in chaos. Kola learned that drumming was not just about playing fast or loud. It was about understanding the world around him and respecting the power that music could wield. One day, when Kola had mastered the ancient rhythms, the old man took him to the heart of the forest, where the trees grew thick and the air was heavy with the scent of moss and earth. The old man handed Kola a drum made of the finest wood, with symbols carved into its surface. "Now," the old man said, "you will drum for the balance of the world. You will play not just for joy, but for harmony." Kola began to play, his fingers moving gently across the drumhead. The rhythm was soft at first, like the whisper of the wind through the trees. But as he played, the ground beneath him began to vibrate. The trees swayed, and the leaves rustled in time with the beat. It was as if the entire forest was alive with the sound of his drum. As Kola drummed, he felt a deep connection to the earth, to the wind, and to the spirits of the land. He understood now that his music was not just for entertainment, it was a sacred responsibility. His drumming could heal or harm depending on how he played. When he finished, the old man smiled. "You have learned well, Kola. You are now a true drummer, one who understands the power of the rhythm. But remember, music is not just for the living. It is for the spirits, for the earth, and for the balance of all things." Kola nodded, his heart full of gratitude. He had learned the true power of his gift, and from that day forward, he played his drums with wisdom and respect. His rhythms still brought joy to the village, but now they also brought peace to the land. The villagers no longer feared the power of the drums, for they knew that Kola played with love and balance, and that the spirits of the earth danced to his beat.